Yo, what is up, guys? SavageBoy23 back with another video. Today, I'm going to give you guys my NBA recap and my NBA day predictions. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what your guys' favorite team is. Tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA home. Alright, so that being said, let's go. Utah Jazz versus Orlando Magic. I did not tune into this game, did not look at the recap, didn't look at the highlights, didn't do any of that. I think I went for Orlando because I said Wagner. They came out here and won. At the end of the day, like, the Jazz, they keep on climbing up in the standings, but they keep falling right back down. They always have to start from 1. They always keep going up high and then they fall right back down. Jordan Clarkson, I don't even know if he's even the guy there that's even helping the Jazz. The Jazz, we don't know what's going to happen to them because they're always going to be in that same number as they always are, 11. But again, this game was boring. I did not tune into the game. Orlando Magic, on the other hand, hey, we can all talk about Orlando. It sounds like I haven't been talking about Orlando this season, because there's a young team like the Thunder, but this game here was pretty boring. But back to Orlando. Orlando, can they make a case for themselves? Can they be a scary young team? I could see it. But at the end of the day, I just can't feel like the Orlando Magic is a scary team. Orlando's a pretty good team, don't get me wrong. But do I see them as like a Thunder team? Like let's just say we all ever had a young NBA championship team, right? Like to the NBA Finals. We have Thunder versus Orlando. Who are you going to take in that case? I know Orlando fans are going to take Orlando. I know Thunder fans are going to take our Oklahoma City Thunders fans. But other people out there that is not a Thunder fan or Orlando fan, who are you guys taking out there? Me, in my case, I'm taking Orlando. I think Orlando's going to win that one. If it's the NBA Finals run, Thunder versus Orlando, I'm taking Orlando in this one. I mean, not Orlando, Thunder in this one. I'm taking Thunder in this one. But other than that, this game here was so boring. I did not tune into the game, did not see the highlights, did not do any of that. I don't even know what to say in this game, to be honest, because I didn't see it. Other than that, this game was boring. Let's move on to this game here. Bucks versus Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets, whatever you want to call them. I mean, of course, the Bucks played them twice in like a short week. Last time these two played, well, it was yesterday, but also the day after they played, the Bucks blew them out by almost a 50-point game. I'm even surprised that even happened. I don't even know why it came out here. But again, they didn't even reach 100. They didn't reach 100. I didn't tune into the game, did not see the highlights of the game. I don't even want to talk about any of this game. But again, the biggest question is, can the Bucks rely in the playoffs? That is the most questions that everybody's looking for, the biggest answer for it. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what they do. Yeah. Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets are just 3 of those teams in the Eastern Conference that are terrible, so we're not even going to talk about it. But if you guys are curious who's the terrible teams in the East, Detroit Pistons, Washington, and the Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets. Okay? And I think in the East, or the West, you got the Spurs, you got the Jazz. Trying to figure out who else should I put in there. The Grizzlies. Do you want? Well, are you talking about in general, or are you talking about the season? I'm talking about the whole year. I'm talking about those teams that I just relied on right there that I just said. They suck permanently. They're not good. Now, I don't want to put Grizzlies in there because Grizzlies have John Morant, and John Morant will be back next season. So, other than that, I'm going to stick on that. So, no Grizzlies. We're just going to put 2 in the West, 3 in the East. So, yeah. Other than that, this game was boring. Giannis probably went off. Damian Lillard went off. Probably the whole Bucks roster went off. I don't even know what to say on this game. But yeah, this game was boring. I'm gonna just not talk about it because I didn't. All right, let's talk about this game here. This game here, I think I went for what the Atlanta Hawks or the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. I forgot. It's been a lot of games. I went for, I think, the Hawks. You guys comment down below who I went for. The Brooklyn Nets won this game by 124-97. I didn't see this game, did not see the highlight of this game. I thought DeJounte Murray can actually pull a team by himself with the whole team, but apparently he can't. What makes you guys think that he can go to the Spurs and help Victor, or go to the Los Angeles Lakers and help AD, then he can't even pull his own team to a win? The Brooklyn Nets are nowhere to be found in the Eastern Conference. Did you guys all forget who the Brooklyn Nets have? Mikal Bridges and Ben Simmons? They did have Spencer, I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm just not even going to say it. But they lost basically their piece of trying to win I won't even say a championship in New York for the Brooklyn Nets, because to be honest, New York owns. The New York Knicks owns New York. That's what I'm going to say. Just like Los Angeles for the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers, New York Knicks, whatever you want to say. So, other than that, this game here, I didn't tune into it. Didn't watch the highlight of this game. Ice Trae, he's out for a few more games. I think he had a surgery or whatever it is. I forgot. But he's fine. I saw it. Hopefully he gets better. Same as, to be honest, man, the Hawks are going to keep falling through this hole or this trap, whatever you want to say. What, are they in 10 or 9? Whatever the case may be. So they keep falling down, so that helps the Bulls, but even then, the Bulls are still not trying. They are trying, but they're just not doing good. But, yeah. You guys tell me in the comments. Can DeJounte Murray pull a team through the playoffs or through a win? Comment down below. I know all those DeJounte Murray fans out there, don't hide. Because at the end of the day, I don't think this man can pull anybody to a win or a championship. Comment down below and tell me, because I can't even. Man, this guy's name was floating around in the NBA trade deadline talks, and same as D'Lo, and nothing happened. People just want to talk, and they just don't want to do anything, you know? Like, if I was anything, like, in general, if I said I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to do it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to put it on the table and then not talk about it. We're going to do it. If you're talking about getting rid of DeJounte Murray on the Atlanta Hawks and put him to the Spurs, I will move him out of the way. I would get him out immediately. If it's the same thing as the Lakers, if they said I want to get rid of D'Lo to get DeJounte Murray, I would do it. Now, those teams that I just said and the other teams, they might get other players next season, so we got to wait and see of what happened. I don't know how I feel about the NBA trade deadline. I feel like this year was crazy, but it was also slow. It was crazy, but it was also slow at the same time because you never knew what was going to happen. I didn't know Buddy Hield went from the Pacers to the 76ers that minute, so yeah. To be honest, we'll talk about it here in a little bit about him. Other than that, this game here was boring, so. Alright, let's talk about this game here. The New York Knicks versus the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors got an amazing win. I went for the Knicks. The Knicks lost this game. Hey, but we heard some good news. Julius Randle might come back soon. That's good. That is definitely going to help the Knicks. Immediately, it's going to help the Knicks. Sure, he might mess up here and there, but at the end of the day, he will still try his best at what he does. But Steph Curry, Steph Chef, whatever you want to call him, he went out here and made a show. DiVincenzo played for his former team. I forgot to mention that. I'm not going to say his whole name. I'm not going to say his whole name because his old name is so hard to pronounce. I think it's DiVincenzo, something like that. If that's the case, then cool. If it's not, it's not. But he went out here and he tried to ball up against his former team. It's crazy how a team from one player goes to another team and they're so much better on another team than they were. DiVincenzo was an amazing Golden State Warriors player. And then now he's some star in New York, which I like that. I like watching DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo is an amazing player. Regardless if that's his name or not, don't come in the comments and say that's not his name, because to be honest, he has a hard name. Regardless if that's his name. But Jalen Brunson went out here, did what he had to do, but of course he had some stuck-up moments, failed at some moments. I thought the Knicks were going to come back in that little run at the end of this second quarter. Like around the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. But no, the Warriors kept on punching them back. So, yeah, the Warriors did get this win. I will say something later today, or not later today, like here in my recap. Other than that, this game was fun. I did tune into it from the first to the fourth, and it was a blowout. I wish I did not watch it fully, but I gotta watch the Knicks, gotta watch the Warriors, and see what they do. Other than that, this game here was fun. So. Alright, Spurs Thunder. Now, I want to say this loud and clear to everybody out there that is a fan of these two teams. Okay, 132 to 118. I didn't watch this game, didn't see the highlight of this game. Now, whatever the case may be, on social media, whatever social media out there is for Victor, he beat the Thunder one time. Okay, relax. Okay, look how many how many games did Chad win off of him? Was it 3, 2, something like that? I cannot tell you how many times these two played because I forget, and there's a lot of other teams that I have to watch in the NBA. But it's funny to me because I saw this little video, I read this little thing under the video that says, Victor owns Chad. I'm not going to say his whole name because his name is hard. And I started laughing at that, and I'm like, first off, this is Victor's one game of winning over the Thunder. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves and say the Spurs are a better team than the Thunder. Can we all just all watch how Victor is a terrible player on the court? Can we all just watch SGA and all the Williams and Chad just do whatever they do in the playoffs? Because at the end of the day, they're making it to the playoffs. The Spurs are not. Spurs fans, go ahead, be mad, be quiet on the sidelines. Because at the end of the day, I think you guys have, and again, I might be wrong, I might be right, who knows? You might have a small fan base. Who knows? But I'm just saying this loud and clear. Victor's a terrible player. He's not a good player. I don't like watching Victor. Every time I see Victor, I change the channel. Because I don't like watching Victor. He's not a fair player in the NBA. I don't care what you say. Oh, he's young. Oh, give him time. He'll develop. There's no time in the NBA. There's no time. Do you think a team will give you time to be that next Michael Jordan? That next Kobe Bryant? No, you gotta earn it. He doesn't need time if everyone's giving him hype. And I know what people are saying. And I'm going to give you guys my time of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Here's what I mean. The reason why I don't want to give Victor hype, and even if he never does or never do it, I'm still not going to give him hype. And I don't want him to do it. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully ever in NBA history he never gets it. Again, I'm not trying to be mean, but he might get hurt. I never hope that on nobody. Not even the Flippers. Not Not on the Phoenix Buns, not Bradley the Bum Beal, not the Chicken McNuggets, not the Wizards. Nobody in the NBA. I don't wish it. Nobody wishes that. But, again, if Victor gets hurt, all his career, all of his progression will go down the drain. You remember when Zion Williamson was really good and everybody gave him hype? And look at him now. Now he's just like a casual NBA player now. And nobody talks about his name no more. Because you know why? It's because what he did in 2019, I think it was 2020 if I'm correct, and all the issue that's going on with him. Now no one's talking about him. Now everybody wants to talk about Victor. That's why I'm not giving him hype until he actually does progression, and he's not doing nothing. Even if he does do good, let's just say he does good in one game, I'm still not going to give him hype. Even if he gives me 10 games that are good, I'm still not going to give him hype. So at the end of the day, number one hater Victor fan right here. You can mark that on a scoreboard, whiteboard, anything you can. Just put it on his jersey. I don't care what you do with it. Just know that I'm a one hater Victor fan. I don't like Victor. Horrible player. He's not good at the game. He's not good at the sport. I don't even know how he went in the NBA draft. So again, I can ball any of these players up. Call me up. I'll ball them up. I mean, hold on. We're not going to talk about Victor here. We're not going to talk about Victor here. Okay, Victor's a way different player. Horrible player. Let's just be honest. But I was talking about like I can ball anybody up like LaMelo Ball, Ty Baby's son. I could ball any of them up. Maybe I could ball Victor up. It depends. Are you talking about with threes? I could ball him up with threes. We all know that I am a good 3-point. I want to say anything like, okay, a little bit. I'm kind of like Steph Curry. A little bit. Just a little bit. If you give me some threes, if you let me practice on those threes, I will go off and I will shoot them. Maybe I should have been in that 3-point contest with Sabrina and Steph Curry. Who knows? Call me up. No, I will help you guys. But other than that, this game here, I did not tune into the game, didn't see the highlights. So I want people to stop saying that Victor's a great young star. Don't forget, we got other stars in the NBA. Victor is not the only one. It's not like you took one person into the NBA draft. You took a whole school roster or college, whatever you want to call. It's called the NBA draft for a reason. Same as an NFL draft. So it's a lot of young kids and talents, not just Victor. Victor's not the only person in the NBA. I just want to point that out. But Victor Wembanyama, or whatever your name is, last name is, the whole Victor fans and the whole Spurs fans, you got a horrible player, and that's all I want to stand on. Other than that, this game was boring. I did not tune into it, did not see the highlight of this game, so let's talk about this game here. There was that kind of like a little scuffle, whatever you want to call it, with Devin Booker and some other player, nobody. And of course, the Phoenix Buns came out of here at the end of the day. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say who started it, who didn't start it. To me, it looked like Devin Booker started it because he grabbed his jersey. Now, I might be wrong. All right, but I think Devin Booker started it. Now, can the Phoenix Buns win the in-season tournament? Not the in-season tournament. Inside the knockout round. We all gotta wait and see what they do. Me, in my opinion, I don't see them even a contender. They are gonna lose in the first round. Again, I might be wrong. I might be right. It depends how everything turns out for them. For literally, they almost lost to the sorry Rockets. I did forget to put the Rockets in there. My freaking list of terrible teams. Why did I put the Grizzlies? But yeah, Kevin Durant, I want you to move on from the Phoenix Buns. I don't want you to do nothing with the Phoenix Buns. Bradley the Bum Beal always wants to break his back, break his leg, break anything in his body to not play on the court. This is what I hate about the NBA. Now, hear me out before you guys go off on me and say, what do you mean? players that get hurt for a while, for like a whole good month. Now, hear me out before anybody says anything. It might sound stupid or it might sound smart at the end of the day. There's two things you can do in this. Players that are hurt for a good while, or a good month, or a good season, whatever the case may be. I want you to do something for them. Because I hate seeing players on the bench laughing it up with their players and they're not doing nothing. I want you to give them a fine or basically cut them. I don't like watching players on the bench smiling when the team is winning or losing. Bradley the Bum Beal, give him a fine for how many injuries he's gotten. This man cannot stay healthy for a team. This man, you cannot rely on him on a team. He might as well just stayed in Washington with Jordan Poole and Kuzma. Adam Silver, I need you to do me a favor, huge favor. Do something to these players that are getting hurt. And again, no hate to NBA player fans, no hate to NBA players or NBA fans. But I don't know if I'm the only one, but I hate watching players on the bench getting hurt. I don't care if they're out for 1 week, 2 weeks, or a month, or a season. I don't care. They need to do something instead of sitting on the bench. Because you got other players out here that are young or old doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you're watching the other players doing something. Might as well not bring them to the game. Might as well not show up to the arena. Stay at home where you're supposed to be. You're injured. You don't need to come. There's no need for you to come. We don't need your support. What support do you need? To cheer for the team on the sidelines? You already got a lot more players on the court that is actually trying their hardest. Now, there's things to be said. Okay, and there's things to be done for this. I'm tired of watching NBA players on the bench, regardless if they're out for a few weeks or their entire season. I don't care. Name me a player, Bradley the Bum Beal. He might be gone for what? How many games? I don't even know. I lost count. Gabe Vincent. We don't know when he's coming back. Jay Vanderbilt. We don't know when he's coming back. There's other players out there that are hurt. Not just the Lakers. There's other players out there. But what my case is trying to say is, get these players out that are hurt. I don't care if they're on the bench or they're getting into rehabbing of playing again. I don't care what the case may be. It is pissing me off how I watch these players on the court or on the sidelines doing nothing. And all they're doing is smiling. You don't need to smile. There's no need for you to smile on the bench. If your team is up by 20 points, then you can smile. But if your team is up by 5, you don't need to smile. These NBA players act like they're funny, they act like they're cool, but at the end of the day, they have a job to do, and that job is out there to go win. Now, if I was an NBA player, in my case, I would just be a normal NBA player. If I'm hurt, I would ask my coach if I could just stay home. If I'm healthy and I'm playing, I will go out there and try my hardest for that team. Because they drafted me. They wanted my game, and I'm going to give them what the team wants. All I'm saying is, get these NBA players that are hurt off of the bench. That's all I want to do. I don't like them on the bench in the first place. Now, I don't know if this was actually a trend back in the day or what. I didn't like it one bit. Now, if you want to talk about, what about superstars? Leave them home too. And Kevin Durant, leave him home too. What about young players like John Morant? That's becoming a phase of the NBA. That's if he becomes a phase of the NBA. Leave him home. Leave anybody home. I don't care if you're a superstar or you're a nobody. Leave him home. Because Bradley the Bum Beal is always going to keep breaking a bone in his body, and he cannot save the team for a win to get hurt. Imagine, let me ask you this one thing before we move on. It's not going to happen. We all know it's not going to happen. Come on, please tell me it's not going to happen. Or am I just thinking about it? The Phoenix Suns won the 2024 NBA championship. And Bradley the Bum Beal was standing up there with crutches. I cannot picture that. I cannot picture that for some reason. If you see now, we all know that everyone makes jokes and it's funny and it becomes a trend. Hopefully this is not becoming a trend. If Bradley the Bum Beal somehow, some way, doesn't play towards the season and towards the NBA Finals, if even the Phoenix Suns do make it to the Finals, all the effort is going to Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Now, people might say, why not Devin Booker than Kevin Durant? The reason why you guys got more fan base now is because of Kevin Durant. I just want to point that out. The Phoenix Suns weren't nobody. Devin Booker was a nobody. Luka Doncic became a star, and he is a star. That's why there's a lot of cool Mavericks fans now. But onto the Phoenix Suns side, don't picture Bradley the Bum Beal holding an NBA championship with crutches. Don't. Because at the end of the day, the Phoenix Suns are not going to an NBA Finals or an NBA championship run. They're going to get knocked out. Whoever the case may be, whatever team. But, yeah. Other than that, this game here was boring. It was not entertaining. I am glad I didn't tune into it. Alright, this game here. Let's talk about this game. I tuned into this from the 1st to the 4th. This was a rematch of the NBA Finals of last season. Miami Heat. I went for Miami. I lost in this one. Miami Heat probably did not own up of what they did last season. Hey Miami Heat, I have some things to tell you. I think I know what to help you with to help you win an NBA championship. Go get a big player. Go get a big body in the paint. What I mean by that is go guard Nikola Jokic. Somebody needs to guard Nikola Jokic. And I know Jamal Murray got hurt in this game. Whatever game he plays in, or he might not play in the next game, so that might be bad for the Chicken McNuggets. But also the Chicken McNuggets can have one man up. So, but this game here, I tuned into it from the 1st to the 4th. I was excited. I did say this would be a great game, but apparently it turned out not to be good. 97 to 103. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't a blowout. Let's just say that right now. But Hemi Buckets tried his best. I'm not gonna lie. These players that are in the NBA. Now, people hear me out before you go in the comments and say this and that. People in the NBA that are old, you know, like Hemi Buckets has been in the NBA for a good month or good solid year. Kevin Durant's been in the NBA for a good solid year. You know, like those types of players, right? They're scared to meet the Chicken McNuggets. Like the Chicken McNuggets are like a scary team for them now. Like, yeah, you see them winning here, right? You see them winning here, but when they're on the winning streak, or once they're on a winning streak, they have to play against a Chicken McNuggets team. When they see Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, Caldwell Pope, and all of the roster for the Chicken McNuggets, they're like, oh, here we go. We got to play them, and hopefully we can get a win. And that's when the Chicken McNuggets snap their winning streak. And that's what pisses me off. It's not like these old NBA players, yes, old NBA players, I don't care what anybody says, are going to lose to a young NBA. See what I did there? You thought I didn't know? I'm going to say Kevin Durant's old. Anthony Davis is old. Joel Embiid is old. These players have been in the NBA for a good solid year. Right? And every time another team that's not the Chicken McNuggets have a winning streak, and then when they see the Chicken McNuggets on their roster for the next game, they see the Chicken McNuggets, and they hope they win that game. But when they see Jamal Murray, in Nikola Jokic, it's a different game. It's a different ball game out there. Hopefully the Chicken McNuggets do lose in the NBA Finals. I see them making it all the way. I really do. But hopefully they lose. I don't know why I see them winning it, or not winning it. I see them going all the way. I just see what they did against the Miami Heat. Now, before anybody comes in the comments and says, what about the Celtics? Oh, we'll get to them here in a little bit. But this was the NBA Finals rematch. We all know who won this game. Chicken McNuggets. Should have went for the Chicken McNuggets, but I thought Miami Heat would have some, flashback memories of this game. Apparently, they did not. Getting the same old thing, same old treatment. Miami Heat, man, this is what they do. They do terrible in the regular season, and then when it comes towards finals time, they go out here and show up and show out. But other than that, this game was fun. I tuned into it from the first to the fourth. I did not miss one game of this. Jamal Murray did get hurt again. I forgot to mention, I said that earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Jamal Murray did get hurt. Hopefully he does play in the next game. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But to be honest, I don't see him playing because way he went down. And also there's other players that can step up. So, alright. Washington versus Los Angeles Lakers. I saw this game from the first to the, let's say, third. End of the second quarter, actually. First to second, end of the quarter. I stopped watching it. I tuned into the Chicken McNuggets game. The Lakers had a back-to-back. Before anybody says in the comments, the Lakers had a back-to-back. They're playing against the Washington Wizards. The Wizards said that Kyle Kuzma said that, we're a terrible team. Well, not terrible team, but there was something on his, his handle, social media or whatever it is, what platform maybe. He said, hopefully we don't be a terrible team out there. This dude is 15th in the Eastern Conference. He's behind the Detroit Pistons. Isn't he what? Isn't this the team that has the third or second worst record in the NBA? But the Lakers wouldn't win out. The Lakers would play this team. They would have lost last night. If they lost, I would have been pissed. Lakers did come off a back-to-back. D'Lo, as usual, went off. But yeah, I'm happy the Lakers got a win. Now they got their second back-to-back wins, if I'm correct. So yeah, this was a team effort at the fourth. Kyle Kuzma was going off. Jordan Poole was going off. Why is everybody in the NBA that is trash, like Jordan Poole type? And then when they see the Lakers in town, they gotta show up and show out like Michael Jordan. Why? Jordan Poole was never that guy in Golden State. Only one game. We don't gotta talk about Kyle Kuzma because Kyle Kuzma was that clutch guy in the bubble for the Lakers. Don't you wish you can have Kyle Kuzma back as a Laker? It's too late though. Rob Pelinka did something to mess that up. So thank him for that. But Los Angeles Lakers did good. Hopefully their next opponent. We'll see. Nothing's easier than the Wizards, let's be honest. Nothing is easier than the Wizards. If the Lakers lost this game, the whole world for the basketball world will blow up on the Lakers. Oh, you lost to the Wizards. The Wizards only have 9 wins and 49 losses. There's no way. And people are going to say, there's their excuse. They had a back-to-back. But let's be honest. They really needed this win. Because their next opponents are a lot harder than they are. I've watched them. I've seen them. And I'll tell you guys are their next opponent. And I'm going to give you guys my NBA recap. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what your guys' favorite team is, and tell me what team. Alright. Going on to the recaps here. Alright, really quick, I do want to mention this. Real quick before we move on. I read this. I don't know if it's true or not. It would be so cool if you can have. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. People are saying that it is, and some of my friends are saying it is, and sources out there are saying it. We might have basketball in GTA 6. I forgot to mention that in my last video. If that is the case, I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, well, it's not fun. But at the end of the day, if you get somebody pissed, they're gonna pull out something. Hopefully that's not the case. I think Rockstar is gonna probably do something about that. Like, if you're in a certain area, you're not gonna pull out weapons. The only thing you can do is probably fight, is what I'm guessing. Because if you play some certain games right now, there has to be like a certain spot in the game where if you go into this corner, you can pull out anything you want, like your weapons, you can fight, whatever you want. But if you go onto this other box here, you can't pull out nothing. So, in my opinion, I want to say this loud and clear, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. People that is, and including me, people out there that is waiting for GTA 6, thinking you can play basketball in GTA, and if somebody's pissed off, they can do something to you. I also want to say this loud and clear. Don't get excited yet, because I'm here to tell you, spoiler alert, you are probably not allowed to pull out a weapon while you're playing basketball. There's going to probably be a little message at the top corner that says, you can't pull out weapons here in this kind of area. Go to a certain spot. Like, this gonna probably say something stupid like that. But I'm excited to play basketball in GTA 6. Now, again, I hope it's nothing stupid where it's like a pop-a shot, something like that. Hopefully, it's an actual basketball game. Like, you meet other players and you can actually play with them 1v1 or play a game with them. I would be so happy and excited for that. But we all gotta wait and see of what's gonna happen. But again, I might be wrong, I might be right. Don't be too happy if you play basketball and you get pissed and you pull out something at a game. Spoiler alert. I might tell you that, I might not. So just gonna wait and see how that turns out. But yeah, let's move on to the games. Cavs versus Detroit Pistons. This is not going to be a game. I will not be tuning into this game. Not watching the recap of this game. I'm going to be going for the Cleveland Cavaliers. In this game with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. The last time I said the team like this will blow them out, it's never happened. So I'm not going to say that. I'm going to just say I'm taking the Cleveland Cavaliers in this game. So give me the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell in this game. I'll be surprised if they lose this game. I hope they don't lose this game. I hate when teams, when I see play another terrible team, I say I go for them, and then some reason they just lose this game. Now, I know what people are going to say. Detroit Pistons got a lot better than they were when they were in the season. I beg to differ. I haven't seen the Detroit Pistons been doing good. That's it. But I think the Cavs are going to come out here and win this game. I wouldn't say no blowout. I'll just say a win. So that's what I'm going to say. And if it's a blowout, it's a blowout. Okay? Alright, here's another terrible team. Another terrible game. Another terrible team. Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets, whatever you want to say, versus the 76ers with no Joel Embiid, just Tyrese Maxey. I'm going for Philadelphia 76ers, of course. Hopefully the 76ers can pull out a win here. I'm not going to sit here and watch the game or watch the recap. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be a blowout. I don't see it's going to be a blowout, but anything could happen. It is the NBA, and the 76 and the Charlotte Hornets are coming off of back-to-back. Some of these teams are coming off back-to-back, so the two teams that I think it is, the Warriors and some other teams, but Charlotte Hornets, but I got the 76ers winning this game, okay? This is a fun game. I will be tuning into this game. Dallas Mavericks versus Celtics. Luka Doncic versus Jason Tatum. I'll be tuning into this game. I will try to watch the highlights even after the game is done. This might be one of the second hardest predictions I've ever made in NBA time since I made my predictions. Do I want to go for Luka Magic? Or do I want to go for Jason Tatum clutch shots? I gotta think about this one. I can't move on to it. I gotta think about it. You guys know how much I talk about these two teams. You know how much I rave about these two players. Hopefully, if I go for a team, I don't want them to go out here and just be lazy and until the third and fourth. I want them to go out here and show up and show out. I'm gonna be going for... God, this is really gonna hurt. This is really gonna hurt me. I'm gonna go for... the Dallas Mavericks in this game. I almost chose the Celtics in this game. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. It's a game at the end of the day. But I'm going to be taking Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving in the Mavericks roster to somehow in some way pull this game through. But, yeah. This will be a good game. Alright, this game here. Toronto Raptors versus Golden State Warriors. RJ Barrett, Manuel Quickley versus Steph Curry, Steph Chef versus Klay Thompson. I said RJ, whatever. But this game here, I don't know if I'll tune into it. I don't know. We'll see. This game right now is helping the Lakers are watching this game closely. Same as like the Kings, Phoenix Suns, those types of teams that are watching this game here closely. Toronto would be so great for you to come out and pull out a dub through this game. Do I see it happening? No. Do I think you're gonna win it? No. Would we all be shocked of you doing this? Yes. But in my case, of me, of my things, of what I do, watching NBA really closely, talking about basketball really closely, I don't see it happening. Not in 1 billion chances of me seeing this game ever winning this. I see the Warriors coming out of this game, coming heavily in this game by a win. I'm taking Steph Chef, Klay Thompson, and the Warriors to pull out this game. This will be an amazing win for the Toronto Raptors if they win this game. Do I see it happening? No. Not in 1 chance. Not 1 billion chances of you winning this game. But who knows? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not gonna be mad if I'm wrong. But to be honest, I don't see it happening. I'll be Lakers fans will be so happy if the Warriors lose this game. But I've said this before and I'm gonna keep saying it again. It's not gonna happen. The Raptors not gonna win this. But I have a question for you guys there in the comments. Who do you think is gonna lose their game first? Who do you think is gonna lose the first game? Because both of them are right now in a race to get that 9th seed or 6th seed or 10th seed, or 9th seed, whatever the case may be. Would it be the Lakers or the Warriors? The Warriors are playing against the Toronto Raptors right now, and then they play the Celtics, I think, off of a back-to-back. The Lakers did play against the Flippers, and they played against the Wizards. Now, they're going to have to wait until the weekend to play against the Chicken McNuggets. Now, regardless if Jamal Murray plays in that game, you guys tell me in the comments of what team, like the Lakers or the Warriors, who will lose their first game first. Comment down below. Me, if you're asking me, who do you think is going to keep on winning? Who's going to keep on winning? Well, both of these two teams here on their next opponent is going to be hard. The Wizards, not the Wizards. The Warriors do play the Celtics tomorrow, if I'm correct. And then the Lakers play against the Chicken McNuggets, I think tomorrow or the day after. But yeah, both of these teams are gonna have a downfall. I say, if you're asking me, who do you think is gonna lose first? They both can't lose at the same time. Well, they can, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to say the Lakers are going to lose their first game. I'm going to say the Lakers are going to lose their winning streak first. They're up, 2 wins, if I'm correct? I don't even know what the Wizards are at, or the Warriors are at. 3 wins? But yeah. But I just wanted to ask you guys that question. Who do you think is going to lose first? Lakers or Warriors? Because they're both tied right now in the Western Conference for that record. But yeah. Other than that, this game here will be boring. I will not be tuning into this game. Will not be seeing the highlight of this game. I'm going to be taking the Golden State Warriors here by a win. Off of back-to-back. Tyrese Haliburton versus Zion Williamson. These two teams did play a few days ago, and the Pacers did take the advantage. So I think the Pelicans are going to come out here with more aggression, more motivation. Zion Williamson can get more shots up. Absolutely, I can see that happen. Do I have faith in them? No. Because what they did in the last game of them, not going to happen. But it's a bounce back day. I'm going to be taking Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and CJ McCollum. I said that last time and I was wrong. Hopefully they don't prove me wrong in this one. But I'm going to be taking the Pelicans. Alright, this game will be great. This game will be fun. De'Aaron Fox versus Karl Anthony Towns. Kings versus Timberwolves. Now, regardless of what team wins, whatever team loses, well, basically the Kings, if they lose this, it even gives them a harder chance to get up there. Because right now it's the Kings, Lakers, Warriors, Phoenix Suns, right now that are tied for that 6th seed. But this game will be fun. This game will be very competitive. I will be tuning into this from the 1st to the 4th. If there is an overtime, I will be tuning into that too. I'm going to be taking, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm going to be taking De'Aaron Fox. Hopefully it's not a blowout. Hopefully it's not a shutout. I'm going to be taking the Kings. Alright. Now you got basically two worst teams right now playing. Grizzlies, Portland, Andre Ayton versus no John Morant. I will not be tuning into this game. Will not be watching the highlight of this game. Not gonna be of this game. I'm gonna be going for Grizzlies in this game. If I lose this game, I'll lose it. I'm not gonna be not be watching the highlight. Alright, now Bucks versus Bulls. Giannis versus Rosen. This will be a great game. This will be a competitive. I see the Bucks coming out here with aggression, energy, to win this game. Absolutely. I see the Bulls coming out of here and get the dub next game. I honestly see that too. But again, it'll be a fun game. I'll be tuning into this game from the 1st to the 4th. Again, if there's an overtime, there's an overtime. I'm going to be taking the Milwaukee Bucks. Hopefully they go out here and win this game. Again, really excited for this game, regardless if Bucks win this game or not. So, alright, last game. Wizards are coming off a back-to-back. Regardless if I win this game or not, I don't care, because I will not be tuning into it. Will not be watching the highlight of this game. The last time the Flippers played, they played against the Los Angeles Lakers, and they lost that big lead. I'm excited. I'm happy. You guys know that you guys have a horrible fan base, even if you do have a bunch of fans in the NBA, but to be honest, you guys have like a small population of them. But, of course, I'm going to be taking the Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole, Wizards team. Do I see it happening? No. Will you be watching this game? Would anybody be watching this game? Hopefully not. I will not be watching the recap. this game will be boring, it will be trash, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that is my NBA recap. You guys tell me in the comments what teams you think will win today and what teams you think will lose today. That being said, guys, I'm going to head out watching, and I'll see you in the next one.